Hi everybody, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to teach you about a little known superfood that you can grow in your backyard. Superfoods are really trendy and all the rage right now, and for good reason. We call them superfoods because they're highly nutrient dense and they're loaded with micro and macronutrients that we're really interested in, things like antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties. What I have noticed though is that many of the superfoods that we have access to in natural health food stores tend to come from places really far away. And as someone who lives in a family who is striving towards self-sufficiency and self-reliance, if I can grow something that does really well in my zone that boasts incredible, amazing medicinal and nutritional properties, I'm going to do that. And the superfood I want to talk to you today about are Aronia berries, also known as choke berries. Now these should not be confused with choke cherries. They are two different plants. Aronia berries are incredibly nutrient dense. They're really astringent and tart, which shows us that they're very high in polyphenols and all those amazing things that we're looking for. But right now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna head outside and I'm gonna show you our Aronia berries to give you an idea of how much space they take up, what they look like, and how to grow them. Hello again. We are outside on an incredibly hot and humid day. What's the weather like where you guys are? Here in Southern Ontario, if you've watched my previous videos, you know in May we started with unprecedented heat and no rain. And then it rained for like 6.5, 7 weeks straight. And today we've got super hot and muggy temperatures, but because we had a thunderstorm yesterday, we also have pterodactyl-sized mosquitoes, making this a beautiful day to be outside filming. You can understand why a lot of the segments are inside. I digress. This is one of many Aronia berries that we have on the property. So this is I want to point out that this is our second harvesting. When I came out originally, a lot of the berries weren't ripe. So I'm back out to do a second harvesting of these. So this is what the beautiful berries look like. Now, one of the things I like to point out about growing Aronia berries is that they can tolerate pretty much any soil conditions, which is really cool. Now, be mindful that the soil that you have is going to translate to the nutrients that your food has. So if you're growing it in really sandy soil that doesn't have a lot of nutrients, you may want to amend the soil a little bit with some compost. I've got great videos on using comfrey as compost. You can use it as tea. I believe I can link that up here. And so be mindful of that. These are hardy from zones 3 to 8. They are a shorter plant. So for people who have smaller spaces, elderberries take up a lot of space. I may actually get my husband to show. He kind of has to lift the camera up, but you can see these giant shrubs we have at the front of our property. Those are elderberries. They get massive and not everybody wants to have that on their property. Whereas Aronia berries tend to stay pretty compact. Great for small backyards. You're going to want to plant at least 2 for good cross-pollination, and they will produce more berries in the sunnier spots where you grow them. What's really nice, as you can see, they have these beautiful, this beautiful green color. In the spring, you're gonna have lovely little white flowers. In the summer, you're gonna get these gorgeous dark purple berries. And you can start to see here, because one of the leaves is damaged, it's actually starting to turn the red. Look at that red color. The red that these are going to turn in the fall. So not only do you have a plant that provides you with tons of superfood, you've got something that's really beautiful as well. So as I mentioned, it can grow in pretty much any soil conditions. Hardy's from zones 3 to 8. Likes full sun. And I think that's pretty much it. Again, they stay pretty compact. These guys are 3 years old, the ones that we have on the property. And as you can see, they're only about maybe 3 feet tall. I think at their max height, they grow to be about 5 feet. So I'm gonna get to harvesting. If I find another Aronia berry that's got more berries, that's indicative of the kind of harvest you'll get, I'll get my husband to turn the camera back on. If not, I'll see you inside to talk about the amazing properties and how to use them. So we're back in from harvesting our Aronia berries, and this is crazy. I did not expect there. So this is our second harvesting, and look how many we got. Like, it's absolutely amazing. I'm feeling very, very blessed right now. Also slightly overwhelmed as to what to do with all of them, but that's always a good problem to have. So let's talk a little bit about the nutritional benefits of Aronia berries. Now, I did write a blog post about this, so I'm going to link that below. So that way you guys can check it out. All the information's typed out and written there, so just in case I miss anything. So first and foremost, we're really interested in Aronia berries because of their antioxidant properties, specifically polyphenols. And in this case, I'm just gonna check, it's anthocyanins and proanthocyanins that these are really, really high in. And we're interested in antioxidants because they're amazing for cardiovascular health. They're incredibly important for aiding the body against oxidative stress. So we definitely want high levels of antioxidants in our life, and these guys boast even higher levels than blueberries, which is really amazing. Another area that super interested me was how high in fiber these are, which is really great because as a clinical herbalist, I have yet to meet anyone that doesn't have compromised digestion in some way, shape, or form. And fiber is really important for proper bowel health as well as aiding with lowering cholesterol, which is really cool. In the blog post that I wrote, I link a study that examined Aronia berries along with 2 other berries and their anti-cancer properties. So I definitely suggest you check that out because that's intriguing information. These guys are also antiviral as well. So like I said, they make kind of a nice alternative to elderberries too. I don't know about their immune stimulating properties. I don't think that is something that they have high levels of. So in terms of, and like I said, check that blog post out because I'm sure I missed a couple of things. And of course, they're anti-inflammatory too. So what are we gonna do with our Aronia berries? They are incredibly tart. If you want to learn about the properties of astringency or teach your kids about the properties of astringency, which is one of the things that we talk about in Herbs for Kids, I'll link that below too, because it's really important that we teach the younger generation about plants. Eat one of these raw. Your mouth is going to dry out instantly. So in terms of using them, you're definitely going to want to bake them. It's going to bring out some sweetness. And a lot of the recipes that I found online combined Aronia berries with other berries, things like blueberries and that kind, or like blackberries, to help temper this really tart, sort of astringent flavor that they have. You can freeze them and then just add them by the handful to winter smoothies. But one of the things that we're going to do, and what we did, with our, I'll find that later, with our first batch of Aronia berries is we fermented them. So I'm gonna link that video up here. It's fermenting berries in general, it's the exact same process. But what's really nice about fermentation is you're gonna get all of the amazing benefits that the Aronia berries already have. Plus on top of that, the benefits of fermented foods, which involve increased availability of B vitamins, and of course, lots and lots of lactobacillus culture that is created in the fermentation process, which make it fantastic for gut health. So if you're looking for ideas of what to do with your Aronia berries, I would highly suggest fermenting them. And the same thing, I added about 2 tablespoons to a smoothie, and it was perfect and delicious. Now check out this harvest. And this is our second one of this size. This might actually be a little larger. Like I said in the previous segment, I'm feeling really, really blessed. So we're gonna get to washing these, and I think we're just gonna ferment them like the last one, because last year's fermented fruit that I added to smoothies, I blew through really quickly. So I love the idea of having about 4 liters of fermented Aronia berries in my fridge. I hope that you found this video informative. I hope that you start to add Aronia berries, also known as chokeberries, to your property. If you already grow them, please comment below and let us know what you do with them. Maybe you've got like a family favorite recipe, a jam, a pie. Please post that below so we can share it with the community. Also, if you have any questions or comments, you can leave those below as well. And until next time, this is Correne from Spirea Herbs, wishing you health and wellness.